Early this afternoon, Brittney Griner was sentenced to 9.5 years in prison after being found guilty in a Russian court of drug possession and smuggling. Now, if you've watched the show for any amount of time, you know exactly how we feel about Brittney and the unjust nature of the case itself. But to reiterate, Brittney Griner is in fact a political prisoner. She has been from the very beginning. To paraphrase a statement from the White House, Russia is wrongfully detaining Brittney. President Biden has committed his administration to pursuing every possible avenue to get BG and former security consultant Paul Whelan back home safely, and I take him at his word. And injustice anywhere, even in Russia, is a threat to justice everywhere, and we should never stop fighting to right those wrongs. It's a simple concept, and injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, but it's one I've come to learn a majority of people don't have the stomach for. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, however, doesn't appear to be part of that majority. No, sir. Say what you will about the man, but he's about the pursuit of justice. That's a fact 4 of the Louisville police officers who took part in the shooting death of Breonna Taylor found out today after he slapped federal charges on them.
The federal charges announced today allege that members of the Place-Based Investigations Unit falsified the affidavit used to obtain the search warrant of Ms. Taylor's home, that this act violated federal civil rights laws, and that those violations resulted in Ms. Taylor's death.
It doesn't get any more straightforward than that. Over the course of the next few minutes, Garland explained how officers Kelly Goodlett, Joshua James, and Kyle Meany allegedly violated Breonna's Fourth Amendment by falsifying lying on search warrants. The allegations are that it was these lies that led to her death. If not for them, she would still be with her family, as Garland said.
Breonna Taylor should be alive today.
He's also, by the way, charging former officer Brett Hankinson with 2 counts of deprivation of rights under color of law. If you remember, Hankinson was found not guilty of endangering a neighboring family after 3 of the 10 bullets he fired passed through a wall into their apartment. He was the only officer charged with anything, by the way, by Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron. It's a little peculiar, right? 2 officers of the law would look at the same case and come to 2 completely different conclusions. Well, maybe Garland was privy to information that Cameron wasn't. Or maybe only one of them has the stomach for zealously pursuing justice. Or maybe one of them has ambitions for higher office and didn't want to upset a law and order loving constituency. By the way, Daniel Cameron has launched a run for the Kentucky governor's office in 2023, and yes, he's endorsed by Donald Trump. What's that saying? Tell me who your friends are, I'll tell you who you are. Merrick Garland is a friend of justice, just like all the people who poured into the streets to say her name. And we've never stopped saying her name. We've never stopped saying George Floyd's name. We've never stopped saying Philando Castile's name. And we won't stop saying Brittney Griner's name either, not while injustice prevails.